Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Across the Pitch, ladies and gentlemen. We've got so much to talk about after the game yesterday with last night against West Ham. So listen, this was a London derby, and West Ham, I think they are fighting for relegation. I think they should be number three from the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. And they wanted to win because for the last 2 3 matches they've been winning their matches, so they want to survive. Um, and they met also a Chelsea team that has lost once in 6 games. So Chelsea is also in form. They wanted to make sure that they also win. Chelsea wins, and especially after the game against Napoli in Naples. So my first question, the first thing that I wanted to discuss is that is Rosenior better than Maresca? You know, the truth of the matter is that I love them both. Probably I'm starting to like Rosinya. He hasn't won anything yet, but of course when you look at Maresca, he won the Club World Cup, he won the Conference League Cup, and he qualified for the Champions League. So you tend to have a soft spot for a coach who has actually won things for for the club. And also, I loved the way he played. He normally played the way, obviously, Pep Guardiola plays, the way City plays. That's how he wanted to play, right? But there are things that I didn't like about Maresca, and here are the few things that I didn't like about Maresca. One, he was very I don't think he was very good in making substitutions. He would late maybe make substitutions around the 70th minute, 75, 80th minute, when the team is actually two down or three down. So the way he make substitutions for me was I couldn't understand why he would wait for that long to make substitution. That's number one. Number two, it was also very difficult for Maresca to change the formations and those kind of things. He was very arrogant in terms of the way he wants to play. And yes, he can change players, he can do whatever he wants to do, but even if he sees that this is not working, he will still wants to play the same way he wants to play. The other thing also is that the team was, I think the other type of play of Maresca was more passing the ball, possession, and it was very slow, you know, to go and score or to go into the final third, and so that the opposition or the opponent will know that okay, this is what they're trying to do. So they were very slow in passing and in fact, we didn't really have a counter-attack game, right? It was more passing from the back to Pedro Neto or to Joao Pedro. It was very slow way of play. Now, one thing that I've also seen on Resinha is that he's not scared to make decisions, right? He can substitute like what he did yesterday. He knew that we were two down, right? And out of those two down, what does he want to do? He wants to make substitution, and he made the correct substitutions, right? And look at this, all the substitutes were involved in goals, right? Pedro Neto, Joao Pedro was involved. Even Pedro Neto himself was also involved in the build up. Fofana, his pass or his cross to Joao Pedro was brilliant. Cucurella header scored. So you could see that he is very focused. He wants to win games. Even when you see the way we are trying to play now, we are trying to play. It's much quicker. It's much faster. It's the way we want to do is to attack more and more and more. Maybe giving him time, we should be able to do better than what Maresca did. But remember, most of Chelsea coaches are judged, right, by how many trophies they have won, what they have done. First and foremost, he needs to make sure that we are in the Champions League next season. Secondly, he needs to win a cup, at least a cup. It doesn't matter whether it's an FA Cup or Carabao Cup or League or Champions League. He has to win something this season so that at least we know that it's a progression from last year to this year to the following years. Second thing, why did we take Aaron Anselmo from Germany? Now, my thinking was that because we had issues in defense and we wanted him to stay in Chelsea, right? Dortmund wanted him. He was playing in Dortmund. He wasn't really playing every game, but he was playing and doing very well. Now we took him. Now we are sending him to Strasbourg. It has been confirmed that he's going to Strasbourg for loan. So this is my thinking. Dortmund is better than Strasbourg. German football is better than French football. So why did we take him there? Someone in the comment, please explain why we are doing that. I still don't understand what is the. Maybe it's a business decision considering that RC Strasbourg is part of the Chelsea group. Maybe it's a decision they've done, but this also goes to say what's going to happen to Mamadou Sarr. Is Mamadou Sarr coming to Chelsea? What is going to happen? Or they want them to learn to play together in Strasbourg so that when they come back in the summer or in the winter in the African continent, to be winter in the southern part of South Africa in June, July. Maybe they want them to come back after they've learned to play together, or they want Mamadou Sarr to come now and start playing. Because looking at yesterday, you can see that there is a disaster at the defense. There is a problem with the defense that needs to be fixed. If Chelsea wants to win the league, if they want to win the Champions League, if they want to continue at the top level, they want to fix their defense. So let's see what happens. Let's see what is the decision of Mamadou Sarr. I think the decision will come probably today. We should know if he is staying at Strasbourg or he is coming to Chelsea for they are cancelling his contract. The other player that I also wanted to talk about is Tyreek George. So Everton have put in a request. They want to take him on loan for the last 6 months, and then they will then with an option to buy. Right. So if I was Terry George, what would I do? The truth of the matter is that if he goes to Everton, he is going to play. He is going to start, even if he doesn't play every game, but he is going to play more games than what he is doing at Chelsea. So I would want to go. I want to protect myself. I want to play football. I don't want to. If you look at it, I think the last game that he played was probably 6 months ago. So he would want to go there and play. But what is Chelsea thinking, right? This is my problem. This is where some of these clubs and Tarek George is far, far much better than Gittens and Garnacho. That's my thinking. I don't know what you think. We can debate it in the comments and so forth. I think he's much better than that. The only reason why these people are being preferred more is because I think Gittens was bought 55 million and what is it? Garnacho 40 million, if I'm not mistaken. So because they've used 100 million for these people, they still want to play them. But when you look at the performance of Tyreek George when he was playing last season, he scored quite a lot of goals. He played as a winger. He played as a number 9. And these guys that are playing now, they cannot play. They cannot win. They cannot do anything. They can't even score. Last night, I was shocked the way Garnacho was playing. He can't even play one-on-ones, 1v1s, and all those kind of things. He couldn't even beat other defenders. Instead of running or attacking and whatever, he was playing the ball backwards. He couldn't even track the ball backwards or defenders and whatever. He was actually, for me, he was actually the fault on the first goal and the second goal. It was his fault. But having said that, I think Tyreek Jones must go and play at Everton. Let's see what happens. The decision they will make this evening, because as you know, this evening, today is the last day, right, for the January window. So if they don't make a decision now, tomorrow, that means that nothing is going to go through. Now let's talk about yesterday's game. So because we've got problems in defense, right? It was very sad to see Chelsea got two down, right? And I think West Ham should have even scored four first half, right? And it was that bad. That was one of the worst games that I've seen recently for Chelsea playing, right? The good thing is that on the at halftime, the coach has to make a decision, right? And you could see why he could make those decisions. But one of the things that, before I go into deeper into that, one of the things that I've noticed also is that I think we have got a best 11, best 11, best 12. I would say best 12. The reason why I'm saying best 12 is that there is a staff, right? So I would say, right, after the best 12, right? All the other players, they're not good enough. They are not good enough. So this is what I think Chelsea must do. We need to sell a lot of players in July, June, July. They must go, right? Then we bring in players that are competitive. This is the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal at the moment, right? When you look at Arsenal, right, it doesn't matter who is playing and who is not playing, right? They play the same type of football, they attack the same way. There's no need for you to think that, oh, this one is not doing well, this one, or whatever. They still play the same way. Now in Chelsea, you know that it's if Joao Pedro is not there, if Pedro Neto is not there, if Estavo is not there, we are going to have problem in attack. We know that we are going to have problems in attack. So this is the other problem that we need to solve. We also need to solve the issue of Cole Palmer. My thinking is that if Cole Palmer is not in the good mood, or in the good way, in the good period, or whatever it is, we must have another number 10 who is able to play at that level. That's the thing. So my thinking is that we need to sort out the defense. We need to sort out a number 10 position. We also need to sort up a number 9. We need to sort out to make sure that what is going to happen with these wingers. In terms of, yes, we know that we've got a Petro, we've got a staff. So we need to also to make a decision on these two wingers to say who is going to be who. Otherwise, we are going to struggle again next season. So it's a good win for Chelsea on Tuesday. I think we are playing. It should be Carabao Cup final semi-final on Arsenal. So I think we lost 3-2. So let's see what happens. We still need to win it. So let's see what happens. I think over the weekend on Saturday we should be playing um Wolves. I think that one is a winnable game. So let's see what happens with Wolves if we win it. Actually, for the next four games, we should be able to win those games and compete in the Champions League. I know that these are as we go into late February or March, we are now going to play your City, your Liverpool, your big matches, your Evertons, your Tottenhams, and whatever. So we need to win now before we play those big games. Thank you so much. We chat again in the next video. Bye bye.